Hi, everybody. My name is Jessica Webb, and I work in product marketing on the Trello team. And I'm so excited you're here to learn a little bit more about teamwork Trello style. So, we'll be going through some boards that we've identified as helpful for all types of teams and things that might be able to help your team become more productive today. Let's dig in. So I just wanted to walk through the agenda first. We'll go through teamwork in Trello, some research that we've identified that really is insightful in terms of how teams work. We'll talk about team templates in Trello, and then we'll end with the community template gallery, which is chock full of examples that your team can go ahead and copy right away. So first, let's talk about teamwork and Trello in general. So we dug up some stats that I thought were really interesting and relevant to teams in general, and I just wanted to share them with you. And basically, from what you can see, a lot of people are feeling like they're disengaged with the work they're doing, like they can't necessarily trust their teammates, or like they feel that they're unable to prioritize their work in a good way. And a lot of this usually comes from teams feeling siloed or not able to actually see the big picture of how their work contributes to what it is they're working towards. So, from this research, we decided that it was important to identify a few areas that teams could use as kind of key ingredients for success when they're trying to be more productive. And those areas are trust. So, do your teammates feel like they can be vulnerable with one another? Do they feel like people have their back? Structure. This is a really important one, and we'll definitely get into this more. But does your team have the right tools that they need to do their job and to feel like their workflows are both supported and understood in the tools that they use? What about engagement? So, are your teammates and employees feeling motivated? Are they feeling like the tasks that they're contributing to are valuable at work? And then the last one is priority, which is something that really tons of teams struggle with. And this is just having a clear picture of what goals need to be achieved and kind of how you get there, but most importantly, putting them in an order that makes sense that everyone can agree upon. So that's where Trello comes in. Trello is a great visual tool that teams use to power their productivity. More than 1 million teams are using it around the world every day. And we've actually researched our audience and found that over 70% of people come to Trello to solve a problem at work. So this can be everything from getting a big picture on how projects are going, running team meetings, and so much more. So let's dig into a couple of actual research-backed workflows that we found that most teams can appreciate and use. The two that we are going to go through today are project management and meeting agendas. And we found that these were two things that most teams struggle with and felt like they could do better, whether that was organizing their projects better or improving communication and trust, as well as transparency within their team. So this is an example of a project management board. It's in our template gallery, so I'll make sure you know how to find it when we end here today. But project management is something that so many teams do and don't necessarily have structure for. So you can see the way that this board is set up is that you've got all the resources a project might need, as well as questions and things to follow up on in meetings, as well as an easily trackable list of where things are and what status they fall into. If it's something that needs to be done, if it's something that's blocked, so that the team has a good snapshot of where things are at a given time. The project management board really helps in terms of just managing the project together as a team. It improves accountability and makes it so that everyone, again, has like the same perspective on what's going on. It also makes it really easy to turn, a simple idea from a meeting into something that can be taken action on. So that might mean it comes up in a team meeting and then a person is assigned to it, and you can kind of track the progress on that board and it doesn't just fall through the cracks. Power ups, which are kind of like integrations for Trello, are something that you can also use on your board. And these help make Trello the real project hub, connecting the other tools that your team might already be using. The next project kind of workflow that we looked at was the meeting agenda board. And this is something that internally, we've been struggling with and trying to figure out for a long time. And we feel like we've got a pretty good sample of this now. And the nice thing about the meeting agenda board is that it's just really democratizes the process of meetings. It makes it so that it doesn't require for one person to wrangle all the cats and make sure everybody is ready for the team meeting. It actually like breaks down the silos of saying, hey, we have this board, everyone's going to learn how to use it, and we'll know what's being discussed before a meeting, and we can also look back and see what has been discussed in the past. So this really helps in terms of adding structure. It's something that's repeatable. You can make a list for each meeting. It also helps, like I said, to be able to build agenda items as a team. So it's not just on one person. Everyone feels like they can partake and contribute to the meetings. It also keeps a record of anything that's happened in the past. So this is a really great way to make sure that you can look back and track kind of the outcomes of the ideas that are coming up in meetings and that those things don't get lost in the shuffle. So let's talk a little bit about team templates in Trello. What you're seeing here is a team view within a Trello account, and you'll see that some of the boards here are regular Trello boards and some of them are labeled as templates. So the cool thing about templates is that they allow you to basically create a process that can be easily repeated. So for an example, something like new hire onboarding, each time you have a new teammate start, you can copy this template, customize it for the new hire, and get them kind of on their way without needing to start from scratch each time. So business class and enterprise Trello teams can create unlimited private, team visible, and public templates, while all free Trello users can create public templates. And like I'd mentioned, team templates are really just a great way to standardize processes on your team. Makes it so that people don't have to reinvent the wheel each time when they're setting up a board. I mean, often, you come up with a good system, and instead of other people being able to tap into that, they have to kind of start from scratch. So with templates, it makes it really easy to knowledge share across your team. And here's a quick video that just shows how you can actually turn a Trello board into a template. So you just go into that board menu, and there's a little button there that says Make Template. And once you click that green Make Template button, you'll see that your board looks similar to a board, but it gets that kind of fancy banner, the description, and it's something that can be, again, easily copied across your team. So last but not least, I just wanted to touch on the Trello Community Template Gallery. This is something that we launched earlier this year, and I'm super excited about it. It's a collection of sample templates from around all different types of users, businesses that you recognize, workflows that are working for them that they want to be able to share with the Trello community. And we've got samples from tons of companies that you recognize, and they're things like editorial calendars, new hire onboarding, CRMs, design, fabrication processes, travel planning, and the list goes on. So I wanted to make sure everyone knows about that, and you can try all of these templates for free. Just go to trello.com/templates and you can copy them and customize them to your needs, and your team can just start using those right away. So thank you so much for coming to this talk today. I hope that you learned a few things about how your team can be more productive and that you feel like you've got some workflows that you can try out. Again, go ahead over to the template gallery at trello.com/templates, and you'll find both of the templates that I showed earlier, both the project management as well as the meeting agenda board. And thank you so much for coming. Look forward to seeing you all again soon.